This is Out Loud and Laughing. It is the 100th episode, Brian. Can you believe it?
We are jumping onto the pod. I don't even have my bra on. We are going to do this.
You are coming in with saggy titties, which I can say to you.
It's my 100th episode. They are saggy.
For 100 episodes, you have been my brother from another mother. I can say that we share the same chromosomes.
Chromosomes. I like that. We share more than just our chromosomes. We've shared men.
We've shared airtime and men.
Not at the same time. So everyone,
Yeah,
save that for our Oklahoma episode.
Keep all your heated rivalry thoughts to yourself.
Oh my God, so good, John. I finished it.
Did you watch it?
Oh, John. I feel like everyone that hasn't watched it yet, straight female, gay male, straight male, watch it. But watch it alone.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it with Adam.
Oh, so damn. She watched it alone.
Also, I watched it. Fun fact, actually, before we get into our 100th episode. I watched it on an airplane, and I was with two moms going to Vegas to see the Backstreet Boys. Can totally get into that. And one of the moms last night was like, I just finished all of it because when you were on the plane watching it, I looked at your phone and I was like, I have to watch that. It's just asses the whole time. It's so good.
It's just asses the whole time. And the thought of you just flying with that like on your screen has me jazzed. And also the fact that some woman didn't even have the audio on and she's like, I've got to watch it. I mean, that's sort of how this whole thing went viral in the first place. So good for them.
Listen, I am for it. So, John, we started a podcast a year ago.
Can you believe that?
And we did it because we wanted to learn something. Just something. We just want to learn something, like a new skill, right? And we learned so much more.
Like a lot. Like, when you go to do some of these things, a lot, follow a trend online. So let's say like go make sugar cookies like we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Or collect all your things to become an active person. You don't understand all that is involved. You see for the final product, but you really don't see the factory. And so this past year, like digging in with you, there were parts that I just didn't even know. You have shown me parts that are super technical, and then I've come in and shown you parts that are super creative. I think together we've made it happen. It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And not only that, you and I made a promise to each other that this had to be only fun.
That's true.
And if it wasn't fun, we weren't going to do it anymore. And it stayed fun, guys. We've enjoyed doing this.
It's been a ton of fun. Not to undermine the amount of work.
Yes, that's true.
But I mean, they do say if you enjoy what you're doing, you never work a day in your life. So, here we are.
We launched this, guys. And thank you for the one pod subscriber that we have. We love you. But we did this because we just wanted to chat. And what this has turned into is more than a chat, it's turned into a community.
Yeah.
And I mean that, and like we've had over 22 guests already, and we have more coming, guys. We're very excited for 2026. I have made friends from this who I now still talk to. John has as well. And like, we just are building this community. We feel like we're bringing light to conversation that people are scared to talk about, that John and I are like, fuck it. We're going to talk about it then. And it's been fun, and I'm excited to keep doing it.
And it's been a lot of fun. I think the most unexpected part of it all, and you and I have touched on this a lot of times, and sometimes when we're not recording, how therapeutic.
Yes.
Coming off of these conversations together after a hard day just sort of, for some reason, takes it all away. It feels nice.
It gives us happiness, even in the hard conversations that we've had. Like, it's for some reason we walk away feeling like a weight has been lifted.
Validated, relieved, just sort of seen again. Yeah, it's nice.
All right, so let's rewind 100
Okay.
episodes. What are some that stand out for you? Tell me.
Well, something that I think that we've tried to do a really good job on is bringing in our expertise. I mean, you are all things digital sales creative, the way the internet works, and all of the above.
Yeah.
And then I come forward with this super hyper creative lens. I've loved creating an identity for us. Oh, as he takes a sip out of our beautiful out loud and matching, out loud and matching. That's cute.
Out loud and matching.
out loud and laughing matching tumblers here. But yeah, no, I really think that it's been really cool lesson to, like, learn about the branding,
Mm,
to learn about the engagement, the operational side, even getting guests on and, like, all of the teams that they work with. I mean, the hoops
yes.
that we jump through, it's not just one message. A lot of times
No.
it's 5,
Multiple.
10, multiple follow-ups over time because, timing and people promoting things. So,
But
um,
what
yeah.
you're saying though, let's rewind further back because John is right about the branding piece, and that is the hardest part, right? Like we John and I were like, let's just talk, but of course you can't just talk. You need like a podcast, you need a brand, you need a name. John and I didn't even have Out Loud and Laughing as our first name, guys. We had a different name completely for this podcast before we did this. John, you can tell them.
Well, Brian and I have this funny thing that we say, como homo, which is like our way of saying what gay in Spanish. And we were going to name it what gay, como homo.
Como
But
homo.
but it really is hard to say. I'm so glad we didn't go that route.
Maybe we'll do a segment on como homo.
There needs to be a como homo segment. What did you say, cousin? You
Como
gay
homo.
como homo?
But
It's
yeah,
right
we
there in
ended
front
up
of us.
we thought that was pigeonholing us too much into being Spanish. And John and I, as you guys have heard, we don't shy away from our Spanishness, but I don't feel like that's a big part of who we are in that like we're gay, we're men. I don't know. We identify as Spanish people, but putting our name as Spanish just felt not on brand for us.
Yeah, and so we sort of focused more on what it was we wanted out of it. Brian actually came out with Out Loud and Laughing, which
Did I?
I believe so.
I'll
But
take it.
yeah, I think but there were but, we used all of the tools, all of the AIs, we've generated lots of lists, we used our brains,
Back
and
rooms.
yeah. I was gonna say focus groups, but backrooms makes focus groups sounds even more
You can have
odd,
a
so
focus group anywhere, John,
yeah,
honestly,
it's
these
true.
days.
Yeah, at the focus group at the Eagle. Um, no, but I'm glad we landed here because, in hindsight, looking back 100 episodes back, all the things that we didn't know, I think Out Loud and Laughing captures the brand and the essence of what we're trying to do and the platform we're building the best, the community we're building the best.
I completely wholeheartedly agree. I think what's also good about what me and John are building, and we don't really give a shit what anyone else thinks, but I also love that we continue to iterate and build on it, right? So like we have our podcast, and people give us feedback all the time, and we actually listen, take it in, and tweak and iterate and keep it moving, and we
It's
love
true.
that.
It's true. And, there's a really also small community that I use, some personal close friends and some peers that I sneak some preview things off to. We've had 3 seasons of Out Loud and Laughing. This is our 3rd season, and we have had 3 different looks. And to Brian's point about the
Correct.
iteration, um, we've continued to sort of lean in, and now we're using tools that we've not used before to create. We're using lots of AI video creation stuff. So listen, it's a learning place of learning, it's a place of laughing, and it's a place of loving. Go get that tattooed on your ass.
Literally, it already is. And honestly, what I would say is this podcast is no different than a Britney Spears concert. We are costume changing all the time.
It's so true, and ironically, we always wear a T-shirt when we come to record, so the costume
Yeah,
changes are
we're like, we're not fancy gays, guys. You guys should know this by now. We are trash.
we are tired gays. We are here to talk about how tired we are, but we're still doing it. We're doing the
We're
damn
still
thing.
doing it. Like our skin still looks really good.
Kind of.
Okay, top 3 episodes, go.
Yeah, the Vegas episode that you went to, if you go back in time,
Such a
Brian
good episode. John and his voice. What was it? Voice, not voice.
the
Sound
all
effects.
the sound
Oh, it was
effects.
so good.
I loved it. It's so awful. My sister came to me and she says, "There were so many sound effects in that one. Please don't make them all like that." I was like, "I was just having fun one night."
That
And it
was
was
so good.
I loved it. I might go back and listen to it tonight because it
I
really
should.
was. Yeah. That one was one. Obviously, I know we talk about it all the time, the letters to our gay cousins. And
12-year-old
then
self. Yep.
yeah, letter to our 12-year-old selves, but really we were writing to our gay cousins. That'd be funny. What if I wrote a letter to you back then? We should do that. Letter
We
to
should
our
do that.
12-year self, each other's.
6.
Okay, I like that. And
I'm
then
gonna
I don't
write
know,
one. I'm gonna write 2 words on my letter to you. Man up.
man up. Well, that's not very nice. Man bottom.
Man bottom. Yeah.
Man bottom.
Don't assume my position.
Yeah, don't assume who I am. It's 2026. I'm here with a vengeance. And then the Brody episode.
Yeah. Can we couple Piper with that one?
We can well, I wanted to hear your top 3, so I didn't wanna take it from you.
Well, I have different top 3, so we could just put Piper's into
Okay,
yours. That
fair
was
enough. That's so Brody to just, so Piper to just, like, piggyback.
No, we'll pick our top 6. So those are a lot of my favorites too, and then I think my top 3 will be take a different turn is that John and I really learned how to lean into not only how being able to talk to each other, but he and I being able to talk to someone else together. And that's been a learning not that we couldn't do it. It wasn't like a bad thing, but we just never really interviewed someone before together, right? And we just had to learn the rhythm, how to not talk because the other one had a comment. Like, it's been interesting. So, obviously, David Burko's at the top of my list because we got him on. He was one of our very first guests. Neil Patrick Harris's husband. Like, how the fuck did he even respond? It was a DM that I sent.
Yeah.
Like, you and I are all about risk taking, and we have definitely been living that mantra, which I love. Um,
Can
obviously,
we
like,
can we pause on that one real
yeah.
quick? Can we tell the story of the David Burka
My
connection?
gosh. Okay, so I'll let John go into details because obviously he's the one that helped actually make it happen. But I was just like, John, we have nothing to lose. So I just started DMing a shit ton of celebrity, like gay people that I was just like, if they don't respond, they don't respond. So I sent a lot of DMs to a lot of people, including David Burka. And I got a response from David Burka. And I was like, John, I think he accidentally responded to me, but like, let's use this. What did he respond, John?
He said what were the 2 people's names? David and who else? Does it
I don't
matter?
know,
It
like
doesn't matter.
Mandy,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm with David and Mandy on 42 West at 42 West, and Brian thought it was like, Brian lives in New York. It could have been him accidentally responding to us to somebody else who he's with and where, and and it made sense, right? Like,
Yeah,
you
I
could
was
have
like,
gone in
"Alright."
many different ways, but I sat and I was like, "Wait a minute, let me just do a quick googs." And, sure enough, he gave us the information to his management team, who is called 42 West. And, we get a lot of correspondences, there's a lot of emails, a lot of no thank yous, a lot of, "Yes, we're interested." But, you could assume to not respond if you just think that it's an accident, and I'm glad that there were 2 of us on that because I'm sure if I miss and there have been so many things that I've missed that Brian has caught on to, so we're just really
No,
great we're a great team.
it was amazing. I think that was cool because he was promoting a book, and John and I had never interviewed anyone ever, and then together, so that was
Yeah.
like, throw us into the deep end. Thank God we're swimmers because 'cause we're Cuban. I think
Co
the other
como homo?
yeah, como homo. I think what we've gotten good at after David, though, is and I do think it's one of our superpowers that we don't give ourselves enough credit for is that we care about people, and we do. And what's happened out of some of these interviews is we never just end that interview and never talk to that person again. You have Jim Verraros, you have It's Been a Week, you have, David Hernandez. You have all these people that when they leave our podcast, we're still talking to them. We become friends with them. We want them to come back. Some of them have come back for more episodes. And like that's the community that I talked about at the beginning of this episode. It's like John and I want these people to become part of our family. We don't just want to interview you. Like, we actually want you to become a part of the conversation. And we just, I don't know, we built this energy to be this massive ball of just amazingness.
It's funny that you met that you said all that, and, one of the big ones that comes to mind is our first guests that we
Yeah.
ever had on our podcast, and I think is a really, appropriate time to just take a moment.
I agree.
Um, Brian and I had the honor, to interview, Brett and Steven from the Broadway Husbands, and,
They were our first guest
they were our first guests. They
ever.
were yeah, we reached out. We were so excited. They have a huge following. If you're not following Steven, go follow Steven from Broadway Husbands. But on January 3rd, unfortunately, Brett lost his battle with lymphoma, leaving behind his husband and their 3-year-old son,
Yeah,
uh, Maverick. And all, and to Brian's point about this being sort of this family, there has been communications in real time when this happened. You saw us share it on our social. I even had gone out to see Steven dance at Disney. He's a dancer at the Beauty and the Beast show now. So, it's not just us connecting here for a conversation. It is us connecting here for human connection because we
Yeah.
do care. I love meeting people. It's like the coolest thing of this journey in this life is to just hear other people's stories and see where you slot in and how you can help and where they can be helpful.
Yeah, and they're a really good example, both of them, of how they were literally moving from Texas to Florida, and they literally were in the middle of packing boxes, and they still took the time to hop on a podcast because they just wanted to uplift the community, and they had a following, and we didn't, and they said, "No, we will spend time with you, and we will talk to you on your podcast." So, beautiful people, like, RIP Brett, like, just very, very, very just shitty and sad situation, and our heart goes out to them, and but I agree, that's honestly probably the ultimate episode given everything that's happening, because that was also our first guest, so yeah, I'm glad you called that out.
Yeah. And then yeah, I had to. So we have the guest aspect. What would be your third or our sixth collective favorite?
I mean, that's a good one. I think some of the best episodes that I think that John and I have is when we actually are physically together. And it's funny because some of those episodes actually never made it to air because, again, in this learning experience, John and I could not figure the fuck out of audio and microphones and echoes. It it's interesting, like, we obviously have we feel like we have good energy even virtually because we just know each other so well, but it is just such a beautiful thing when John and I are able to sit next to each other, and so, literally, when we were in Cancun for his sister's wedding and we just had a podcast for 30 minutes next to each other, like, that's a beautiful thing, right? And so it's I don't know, that's one of my favorite thematic kind of type of episodes that we get to do as well.
Yeah, we've taken the opportunity a few times. Our first ever episodes were all
Yeah,
in person. That's how we started. So
yeah,
that's interesting. We have had the pleasure of you traveling in for work and otherwise us traveling
yeah,
for Pride last year. Some of the events that we went to, we did
yeah,
some recording. Um, and yeah, but I love that we don't let the distance stop us either.
yeah,
We're very
it never
much
has.
so. Yeah, it never has. And so I love that about this platform as well. It's really much um,
So
connection.
what do we have for the next 100 episodes, John? Because, like, you and I are cooking. Our heads are turning. We have you and I, we talked about it a little bit. We have amazing guests coming on, guys. Like, we're gonna turn it up this year. We're doing more guests more than ever. Like, we love the energy of a third. Who doesn't love a third in a gay throuple? Like, fuck it. We're bringing them in. We are lubing it up, and we are giving it. We are taking it because reverse at I'm
The
laughing.
more the hairier and merrier, baby. Let's
Listen, we
go.
are here. We are queer. Come on our face. And what else do we got going?
We've got so much. So we have, did you see the boys who, made out on the camera and went sort of viral for New Year's Eve?
New
DJ and
Year's
his
Eve.
we've got them coming
Maybe
on.
they'll come on.
Yeah, who maybe we can get them, who knows? Who Listen, Brian, we are out loud and laughing. We are out loud and growing all great things here. The list is huge. All of your favorites. We're reached out to our friends at Heated Rivalry. We've reached out to
We are
people,
cooking.
more friends on Broadway, more friends from that help us grow in our personal journeys.
Yep.
Some really great
We are
artists.
also, fun fact this year, and guys, I don't know if you're excited for it. John and I are excited, but also a little nervous. But throughout the year, we will have our parents on individual episodes.
We are rolling out the red carpet for them.
Mm, yes, we're gonna see how this goes, guys, but we're gonna bring them on, and we're gonna sprinkle it throughout the year.
Yeah,
It'll be
once a quarter.
seasonal.
Once a quarter.
Once a quarter. Yes, yes. No, but we to John's point, like, we're trying to go for, like, really cool people in the industry and our community that are very high power names, but then also just down to people who are just in our daily lives that also could have an intimate conversation with us that we know. Like, we just had Daniel Peach on, who is one of my work husband, and we have so it runs the gamut. We don't care. We don't care about your celebrity. We just care about what your story, and that's more important to us than anything.
And I think it's a great way to wrap up to say that, thank you for everyone who's followed us along the way. Thank you for everyone who's joined us and picked up wherever they have. Um, And it's really important to remember that regardless of the sort of amount of the size of your community, that what you have to say is super important. Brian and I are always interested in talking to our friends as much as we are to those who are out aggregating huge celebrity,
Yeah.
and we think that all sides of everybody's voice is valid, and it's been such a great experience and journey to this with you, Brian, and I look forward to another 100 and maybe, who knows, another 1,000.
Another 1,000. No, John, we are on the up and up, guys, and we don't care if you're not listening. John and I are doing this because we don't
Brings
have a
us joy.
life. Oh, yeah, 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 it brings us joy.
Yeah, we don't have a life. Don't tell my boss that.
Right. Listen, we have 100 years under our 100 years. It kind of feels like it.
Feels that way.
100 episodes under our belt. We did it. Queers to us. Cheers to us. More coming, everyone.
Queers to us. Love you, brother.
Love ya.
This was Out Loud and Laughing.
We're available everywhere you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple, YouTube, iHeart, or wherever.